Did people in the Middle Ages really believe the earth was flat? The Middle Ages lasted for about 1,000 years, from the collapse of Roman civilization in the 5th century to the beginning of the Renaissance era. Despite it being such a long stretch of time, people of the era tend to get thrown together into one group when it comes to our common perception of them, and in general, they tend to get a bad rap. Our medieval ancestors are often portrayed as unwashed, uneducated, and generally uncouth ruffians. These stereotypes, however, are either gross exaggerations or outright misconceptions. One commonly held idea about the Middle Ages is that most people believed the earth was flat, and thus you could easily fall off the edge of the world if you sailed too far. But this is yet another misconception foisted upon the people of the medieval period. As it turns out, folks in the Middle Ages were not nearly as ignorant of basic geographical and astronomical facts as we tend to believe. The ancient understanding of the earth. Not only did most educated people in the Middle Ages know the earth was round, but this knowledge also had been common among scholars since antiquity. The spherical nature of the earth was well established in ancient times, particularly through Greek astronomy. Aristotle provided convincing proof of Earth's roundness in the 4th century BCE, including the observations that ships disappear hull first over the horizon and that Earth casts a round shadow on the moon during lunar eclipses. Later, around 240 BCE, the ancient Greek polymath Eratosthenes even calculated Earth's circumference with remarkable accuracy. This knowledge was preserved and transmitted through the Roman Empire and into medieval times through texts and scholarly traditions. Of course, many people in the Middle Ages were uneducated. Public education was scarce at best, and illiteracy was widespread. Literacy rates in Western European countries during the Middle Ages were generally below 20% and were often far below that. Still, it is likely that even uneducated people knew that the earth was round, simply because this information would have filtered through society to become common knowledge.